So where did the idea come from for the Roving Chef?
The idea came, if I'm honest, with our director, Pauline Wonders. She kind of had it because she comes up with some great exciting ideas, and she kind of had this idea, well, there's cooking groups being run, and because Tyne Gateway is innovative and different, we like to do things differently. We thought, what can we do that's different? Because bearing in mind the nature of some of the families that we work with, you know, the lack of confidence, the lack of self-esteem, you know, they might have issues where they don't feel confident in group situations, or they might perhaps not want to come out of the house. So at the time we had a guy who was a qualified chef working on our project. So myself, Stephen and Paul chatted about what we could do, so then we developed it from there. So we came up with the idea, well, what about if we go in the homes, find out how they're living, how they're cooking, you know, do they have the skills, do they know how to cook, and then take it from there, and then we'll develop some recipes. So we kind of built up a whole project, a mini project of how we go about it. So we did all the evaluations, so questionnaires at the start of, you know, which Stephen did, because Stephen's got a nutrition background on what you eat, do you smoke, alcohol consumption, sugar levels, salt levels, where do you shop, and all those kind of things. So we came up with a great big file with everything in, risk assessments, obviously health and safety. So once all of that official paperwork was all in place, we then asked for families, and there had to be families of Central Jarrow, postcoded, which I was given from Anne Corrigan from Big Local. So it was then trying to link in with other workers within the Jarrow community, and families they thought could benefit from being supported with how to cook. So the idea was that we would go in the homes, support them, and if there's anything they needed with regards to cooking, we would purchase, because each family had, we got £500, I think we had a budget of £50 a family or something, because you have to incorporate staff costs as well into the £500. And that was the idea, and to ask them what they want, what would make a difference to them. The whole thing behind it was that they would shop better on a budget for healthy food, have healthy cooking, and would make the whole family feel better.
So the money that you got from the big local, that funded each project and a staff member.
And staff as well, yeah.
Staff to cover, to actually go in.
Yeah, and to buy the food, the utensils, and you know, all of the things that were required to support the project in terms of it running successfully. And we only had 5 families in the Jarrow area that we worked with, which were all really good, really different. And what two of the families were actually, they were friends, young mothers, and what came out of the first sort of, would initially do a home visit, find out all about the family, what they do, and tell them all about the Roving Chef and what we're hoping for them to tell us what types of food they'd like. And these 2 young mums felt that because they had other children, they were rushing out on a morning, and the children were getting took to school, me being late for school and not having had any breakfast. So one of the recipes we came up with was a breakfast smoothie. So we went into the home and helped them make up them smoothies, bought them a machine to make a smoothie. So they were in the fridge ready for the next morning. So when the kids were rushing out with the prams, the kids were in the pushchair with a smoothie, so they were getting at least some nutrition. So, and I think that they also, what else did we do with them? We did like healthy, we did chicken stir fry, we did chicken dinners, and we showed them how to shop on a budget. So instead of just buying all frozen food, you could actually go and buy. So we actually physically took them out, you know, to the shops to support them on shopping on a budget, which was really interesting outcomes, because they actually been spending more for unhealthy food than they would be spending for.
I think it's important to see. I did mention actually I'm opening Anthony Dickinson and his wife with a baby in Morrison's only last week, and I did see in that shopping basket that they did have from veg, which that wouldn't have happened 12 months ago.
Well, no, this family.
So it just goes to show that they've actually adhered and thought, hey, we know how to do that now, and they've started cooking and shopping healthy, as opposed to just getting all the microwave stuff.
The way, so this specific family
That's really nice.
lived in upstairs flat with a young baby at the kitchen.
But basically they were living off microwave meals and that, and they were just going nice and bad and all that stuff there. And obviously, as you know, it's not healthy. And so what we did was, when we went in, Paul, the cook, stroke chef, he just showed them how to do a wholesome, standard Sunday dinner, which they'd never ever made. And he showed them like step by step how to do it. And like I say, it was nice to see them bump into them just by chance and see them with like a barrel full of sort of healthy fruit and veg. So they've obviously stuck to it now that they know. So we've empowered them into having that. I mean, that basic meal has all the nutrients of Sunday dinner. So obviously that's what they're doing now. And it was nice to see them in Morrison's as opposed to being in Iceland all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's that.
So, so did you go into the houses
Yeah.
with them?
Yeah.
So, what sort of things did they need to be able to produce a meal? If you said like utensils and that sort of thing.
Well, basically, we did provide some utensils like to a masher for the potato, a knife to cut the vegetables, which we've gotten by Wilco's, and so we provided with like basic utensils because of they didn't have them, you know. And then just basically the cooking instructions step by step, and they stood and watched while Paul prepared the meals. And they found it quite easy once, and they were nice, as you'll see by the photographs. Makes us hungry thinking about them. But they're really nice. And but the good thing is they haven't just ate the meal and then went back in Iceland and bought. They've actually stuck to it. So we've empowered them into cooking healthy. So the effect on the baby in future years, that baby's going to be eating healthy meals compared to getting stuck in the rut of just having some, you know, the microwave meals from Iceland, that, you know.
Yeah.
So it's just in future generations, it's about making that change, isn't it? An intervention.
So was it just one meal you went in and cooked?
3 times we went in,
Right.
cooked 3 different types of meals. So that was it.
So
But
you
it's-
gave them a variety of meals to pick from.
Well, basically, Paul suggested we'll do this. What do you think of this? I had a chat with him. Oh yeah, I would like that, and then he went and did it. So he made the decision. You know, what would you like? And if they said, oh, I would like to learn how to do that, and that's how it come about. What meals we did, you know.
It wasn't just the lack of skills in actually preparing meals, so they didn't have the equipment to make the meal, they didn't have the skills to prepare the meal, and a lack of understanding as well.
They were totally clueless.
Yeah.
They didn't have one out of an idea where to start.
And was that the same for each of those families that you were?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Not
Not
I mean,
much the young mums.
the young mums had no idea, but Anthony didn't have a.
They didn't have to. His main aim was to make mashed tatty. That's what he said. And
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I know.
That's
And the director and I delivered a presentation up at Durham on food hunger and stuff like that, and we presented his case on there. You know, it was really, really good, and that's all he wanted to do. But just had that tiny little kitchen, didn't they, Steve, with nothing. In case of just doing pizzas and things, and we ended up cooking with the chicken dinners, the lasagnas, chicken stir fry.
Found out how easy it was. It was just basically a quick enlightenment, really, and then they found out, and now they do it all the time. So
And baby food, to support them on the weaning of the baby food and what types of things you
That's
can do
right.
for that, as opposed to just baby jar food.
Yeah.
So that was probably our biggest successful one, really, wasn't it?
it was, with particularly them having a newborn, because basically that baby's going to be brought up eating healthy food as opposed to just like these.
And I mean,
Setting an example from the start, isn't it?
From the start, and then that baby, when that baby's older, it's just making a break in that cycle, and then educating them, and then there's going to be a change lifelong. So the impact it has on that family is huge, absolutely huge.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, I do have what the family said, if you would like us to read out that.
That would be fantastic, yeah.
Please.
Yeah. So this is, on every family we do what's called a family outcome, and it's basically we sit down and ask them what they feel they got from it, and this is what this particular family said. Overall, the family were really pleased with the help they have received with the Roving Chef, and Dad felt a lot better about cooking things himself as opposed to frozen ready meals. At the start of the sport, Dad really wanted to learn how to cook mashed potatoes. We were also pleased with the budgeting we had done with them, and they feel a lot more confident in shopping for healthy food on a budget. Mum said, the family are feeling much better in themselves, health-wise, and I have also seen a change in not only our concentration levels, but also that of the children. The family also stated that the fact that the services was brought into the family home for them made it a lot easier. Because of their past and alcohol problems, they would not have felt comfortable attending a group or class.
Before intervention, I didn't drink alcohol, but I did smoke cigarettes. I live mainly off frozen foods. I don't know my calorie intake though. I had no fitness regime, don't know how much I weigh, but generally feel okay. After intervention, I cut down on smoking, and I guess I was consuming less calories. I feel okay, but generally feel better with more energy, less irritable and less tired. I enjoy shopping, cooking healthy meals, and find it actually saves me money. I also eat much more fruit and veg now.
Do you have a children ever come on this as well, where the child wrote something down?
Brilliant.
I learned how to make various meals which were healthy and low in calories than the meals I previously had cooked. My children loved helping to cook, especially the eating part. Laugh out loud. Personally, I now smoke less, drink less alcohol, and sleep right through. I feel I now have more energy and tire less. I also feel less irritable compared to 3 months back. I would like to take this opportunity to thank Tyne Gateway and the Roving Chef Project for all their help. Me and my mummy loved making smoothies. It was nice and yummy. I had it on my way to school.
I attended the Roving Chef and learned how to cook tasty, healthy meals. I usually ate microwave meals and didn't have the confidence to cook meals in an oven. I didn't realise how easy it was until Julie showed me how. I now know how to cook chicken dinners, stir fry with broccoli, cheese fritters and cottage pies. I also learned how to make fruit smoothies. Thank you to the Roving Chef Project for helping me learn to cook. I really enjoyed it.